Welcome back, everybody. Wow, check out this video I got for you here. Open your ears, watch, and listen, please. This is like the real world, and this girl here explains it pretty good. So, are those of you that are not aware of the world situation, my God, what the hell have you been doing? The world's not TV and video games. It's a whole bigger thing than that. So it's time for us to wake up and take back what is ours, right? So check out this video. I'm sorry about the quality, but the message is perfect. The message is spot on. I'll be right back after the video. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the Great Reset, or what I like to call the Great Re-Shit. That's where they take some old shit, dust it off, and repurpose it as new shit. Now, you may have heard of the Great Reset by one of its more familiar names, like Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, or my personal favorite, the New World Order. And don't be fooled by the term reset, because they don't plan on resetting anything. A reset is when your Super Mario game glitches, so you take out the cartridge, you blow in it, you stick it back in, and boom, up pops Mario again. This is kind of like that, except when you turn the game back on, instead of Mario on your screen, it's Bowser coming out of the TV to murder your grandma. We're talking about the complete transformation of humanity into a godless transhumanist nightmare from Orwellian hell. I want to direct your attention to the World Economic Forum, who created this demonic plan, and more specifically to their chief, Klaus Schwab. Now, Mr. Schwab likes to throw around a lot of buzzwords to convince the masses that this agenda is for the betterment of humanity. Words like sustainability and inclusivity and equality for all. But in his 2016 book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, he's a lot more candid about the elitist plan for world domination. Let's skim through some excerpts from this literary masterpiece, shall we? The tools of the Fourth Industrial Revolution enable new forms of surveillance and other means of control that run counter to healthy open societies. Oh, well, that sounds helpful. Public crime is likely to decrease due to the convergence of sensors, cameras, AI, and facial recognition software. These technologies can intrude into the hitherto private space of our minds, reading our thoughts and influencing our behavior. Sounds a lot like mind control, but that's a conspiracy, so it can't be. As capabilities in this area improve, the temptation for law enforcement agencies and courts to use techniques to determine the likelihood of criminal activity, assess guilt, or even possibly retrieve memories directly from people's brains will increase. Even crossing a national border might one day involve a detailed brain scan to assess an individual's security risk. And last but definitely not least, the future will challenge our understanding of what it means to be human from both a biological and a social standpoint. Better call up Sarah Connor. Now, unless you've been microdosing sedatives for the past 8 months, I'm sure you've realized by now that the CV-19 pandemic was manufactured to kickstart this agenda. And if you haven't noticed, congratulations. There's a very good chance that you'll escape vaporization. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. But the invisible boogeyman narrative won't hold up forever, and the WEF is well aware of that. That's why they have a backup crisis to carry the agenda home. What crisis would that be? That's right, you guessed it, our good old friend, global warming. For those of you who don't know, global warming is a manufactured crisis created by the Club of Rome, a crisis think tank created in 1968 in order to convince the masses to agree to their own demise. So be prepared to hear about all the sacrifices you're gonna have to make in order to save the planet. Sacrifices like giving up your property rights, being forced into smart cities, and being injected with nanotechnology so they can track you down for thought crimes. Now, why anyone in their right mind would think it's a good idea to give the very elitists who destroyed the planet more power to now save the planet is beyond me, but hey, we're talking about the same species who eats Tide Pods and thinks polyester can protect you from a virus.
Alright, so now that you had the message here of our overlords telling us that they're going to save us, they were the ones that created the problem. Never forget that. And to them, the only solution is them gaining more power to use against us. That's their solution, right? They're talking about reading our brainwaves before we can cross borders and things like that. And at the Davos thing, everything for the future was doom and gloom. Who do you think brought us here? And now they're saying they're going to save us? These are the wrong people to listen to. These are nasty, tyrannical, power-hungry, greedy individuals, right? Like, we all know Bitcoin was the greatest money ever created, but these people like JP Morgan are still talking crap about it. A few weeks ago, right? Like 2, 3 weeks ago, Jamie Dimon was on some CNBC news thing talking about how Bitcoin is like garbage. Again, these guys flip flop. Even Kevin O'Leary, he likes it, he doesn't like it. He likes it, whatever, man. These people are in it for the money. They don't care about us. We want it for our personal freedoms, right? So nearly 3 out of 4 institutional traders have no plans to trade crypto. This is their message. This is what they're talking about. This is from their polls. Their polls. This ain't from real people. Because in Nigeria, I believe it is, the Bitcoin price over there, well, it was, I don't know about right now, but it was like 38,000. And that's because they were forced to use CBDCs. Yeah, they can only use like $14 cash a day. The rest had to be digital money through the banks. They decided to get Bitcoin, and they're paying 38,000 to get it. They'd rather pay 38,000 a Bitcoin than freaking deal with the banks and CBDCs centralized. This is the power of Bitcoin, right? So more than half of the institutional traders surveyed by global financial services giant JP Morgan said that artificial intelligence and machine learning will be the most influential technology in shaping the future of trading over the next 3 years, cited 4 times more often than blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Now, these guys are bullshit. Their biggest fear is Bitcoin. They want nothing to do with it. They want us to have nothing to do with it, right? They want centralization. So we have to totally take that out of their power right now while we can. Well, we always can. We just need to be reminded of that fact. JP Morgan's e-trading edit report is now in its 7th year. The latest report, drawn from a January survey of 835 institutional traders in 60 global markets. The annual assessment of trader sentiment spans several asset classes and is intended to reveal upcoming trends and the most hotly debated topics. All right, so the tumultuous bear market in crypto, coupled with the recent consumer and commercial hype over accessible AI technology like ChatGPT, seems to have shifted the outlook of financial industry professionals. Last year, blockchain and distributed ledger technology tied for second with AI and machine learning, with 25% of respondents declaring them key to the future. Mobile trading applications came in first, with 29%. Now, AI dwarfs every other major category of technology. Its 53% citation rate, far and away ahead of API integration, 14%, and blockchain, 12%. The top 2022 technology mobile apps fell to 7%, along with quantum computing and natural language processing. Tackling crypto specifically, JP Morgan found that 72% of traders have no plans to trade crypto, digital coins, wow, with 14% predicting they plan to trade within 5 years. Wow, so they're not even thinking about it. They're scared to death of it, people. Don't even think twice about that. Let's clip them now. Let's check them. Let's get them out of the game. Even so, respondees clearly felt that other players were bullish on the space. Crypto and digital coins, commodities, and credit are predicted to have the biggest increase in electronic trading volumes over the next year, the report notes, with participants predicting 64% of their activity will be in the crypto space by 2024. Yeah, blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, metaverses, that's the future, Web3. While the survey found traders were unanimous in their belief that electronic trading will continue to grow, they also expected rough weather ahead. When asked which potential developments will have the greatest impact on the markets in 2023, the top answers were recession risk, 30%, inflation, 26%, and geopolitical conflict, 19%, which they all did. They caused it. The e-trading edit report is only the latest of several studies and reports that JP Morgan has released in the past month relating to cryptocurrency and digital assets. Last week, the firm predicted significant challenges for Bitcoin and Ethereum and noted that Solana, Terra, and tokens were gaining traction in the world of decentralized finance, DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. JP Morgan also looked at the prospects for leading crypto exchange Coinbase last month, saying the upcoming Shanghai update for Ethereum could usher in a new era of staking for the firm. Damn. Alright, so the message is the same. They're the enemy. They will always be the enemy. I hope you enjoyed that video we just watched because, man, wow, that lady was spot on. Alright, everybody, think about what is happening, the messages being sent, and who is sending them. It's the same old people committing the same old lies and fraud and scams. They're always the ones that end up with the money in their pocket. Hell no, not no more. We're going to stand up to this starting now. Every day, we're going to run in these people's faces and tell them they're the frauds. Get Bitcoin, put it in your wallet, screw them. That's the plan, everybody. Every day, we're going to take away from them. All right, everybody, play hard, trade smart.